All right, let's talk about Bryce Young, who unfortunately the Panthers keep losing all these games, but he's been playing so much better. And I actually want to start off with a play that's kind of, I think, a real full circle type of thing. Because it's 3rd and 13, and I remember on my film studies I was making last year and early this year about Bryce Young, it'd be like 3rd and 7, and they're running the football or doing screen passes. They're not trusting him in these moments. Now it's a 3rd and 13, a situation where even if you have a quarterback you like, you sometimes might not trust them in these moments. But they're going to throw it. You see the route on the screen and how it could potentially work. And watch how, when Bryce Young takes the snap, he's going to look in this direction and fire in this direction. And it's not, like, open. Like, okay, the black circle, it's kind of a little bit hard to tell. It's a little blurry. But there's a, Panthers player and an Eagles player right next to each other. Not a lot of separation. But Young makes a perfect throw. And not only do the Panthers trust him, like, I think that alone is noteworthy, but he's proven them right to trust him by converting on these plays, making really nice throws. So that just goes to show the difference that there is with Bryce Young right now. One thing the Panthers were able to do successfully was something like this, where it's going to be a 1st down and 10. You see Adam Thielen's route, going to fake as though he's going towards the top of the screen, but then go further deep. Watch. Young takes the snap, and Adam Thielen, who's been such a great Carolina Panther for them. It's funny, he didn't have a great year his last year in Minnesota, has really had a nice second life with the Panthers. You see this route. I mean, I can't blame the corner for trying to assuming that he's going to be staying towards the sideline here, right? That's what it looks like. Instead, though, when he cuts up, I mean, the corner at that point tried to reach out and grab Thielen, try to, just get a holding penalty, and failed to do so, resulting in a big completion for Adam Thielen. Really well thrown ball by Young as well. That one, more of an Adam Thielen highlight than a Young highlight. But you also had this play, which is, so it's going to be man coverage once again, and that's what you have to do, right? You have to be able to win your one-on-one sometimes if you're going to be successful. Here, it's David Moore. Young takes the snap. He runs his play action on 3rd and 2. So again, trusting him on a 3rd down where you could run the ball if you wanted. Moore is open, not wide open. You're going to have to make a nice throw. But I mean, look at this throw. I mean, these are like well-thrown footballs. This isn't just he's hitting open guys, and I think that's what's got to be so exciting if you're a Panthers fan. Like, listen, if a quarterback goes from, like, not looking good to now the situation is good and he's hitting open guys, that's still cool, but, like, the fact that he's making these throws, that are difficult and making them consistently, that's what's exciting. Also, heading over here, his mobility is a real thing. Again, this has always been a thing with Young. He's always been someone who's mobile, even when things weren't going well. But, like, this play, they're going to, run a play action. He's going to roll out towards the bottom of the screen. Watch as when Young, does this, fakes the pitch. Right here, you see there's a player who's gotten through pretty untouched. And that's somewhat by design. You do have a tight end blocking. You hope that the Eagles player is going to kind of be more fooled by the toss than he has been, though. Young is in trouble. This is not how you want this play to work. But as you see, watch how Young gets around him. He looks down the field, wants someone to get open, but when that's not working, he says, okay, I'll just run and pick up the 1st down. Still good stuff there to pick up a 1st down. I mean, great stuff. A lot of other quarterbacks, that's a sack, and now you're looking at 3rd and very long. It's going to be difficult to overcome that. Well, here, it's a 1st down. I mean, that's almost a possession swapping play that he's able to make right there. On this play, this is a big one. Panthers are down. They're down 6 points right here. It's a 3rd down and 5. So, okay, key situation. Young takes the snap. He's going to, look down the field, doesn't love what he sees, but steps up in the pocket. And now it's Nakobe Dean, the Eagles linebacker, stepping up, who definitely has a chance to make a play on Young right here. But watch Young just juke him out, essentially, runs by him and is able to move the sticks. So, again, a key play there by Bryce Young. There was a defensive holding penalty called, so it didn't end up actually mattering, but he didn't know that at the time, so still give him credit for making the play. Now, we got to go over to negatives. There were a couple negatives. Like, this was not a perfect day from Young. In fact, I think with the new Bryce Young that we're seeing, you could argue this is one of his lower performances. Like, I think he was better against Tampa Bay. I think he was better against Kansas City. Still did a lot of nice things, but definitely was not quite as dominant. A couple, throws that he would like to have back. This one being one of them. 3rd down and 3 right here. It's a, single safety deep, man coverage. You're hoping a guy can get open, and, we'll see what happens. Young takes the snap. There is pressure that's picked up nicely by the offensive line. Has to throw a bit off balance. But you see Adam Thielen, again, is he wide open? No. Is there an opportunity, though? Sure. Throw one up. Thielen can make a tough catch. We've been seeing him do it all season long, it feels like. But this throw is just off. And again, maybe that was a communication thing. You never know. But, only people in the huddle really know. But at the end of the day, not a good mistake. If it is a communication thing, bad time to have that communication mistake. And if it's not, then it's just a bad throw. Had an opportunity there and instead, throws the interception, which, definitely helped out the Philadelphia Eagles. The Panthers were in position. They convert there. They're going to be up at the half. Maybe they can add to their lead. Instead, the Eagles score a touchdown, and they're down at the half. A big mistake there. Also, this one, so, we'll talk about the drive at the end of the game in just a second. But right here, so this is a 4th down and 2 on the drive before the final drive. They have an opportunity. It's going to be a pick play, which I like against man coverage. Usually these can work. When this play begins, you see it's Xavier Legette who they're trying to get open. And to be honest, Philadelphia is all over this. Like, this play is not going to work probably, and it really has nothing to do with Bryce Young. But this still isn't a competitive ball. Like, I'm not sure if that would have worked out anyway, but that's still not what you want. It's one of those things where if this was 1st down, I'd assume he was throwing it away, but you're not throwing it away on 4th and 2 when you're not under pressure, right? That's just maybe he saw that it wasn't going to work and tried to pull it back and ended up still throwing it kind of thing. But either way, you would have loved to see him throw a competitive ball. Don't think it would have worked, but you would have liked to see a better throw there. But now let's get into that final drive, because the Panthers have a flair for the dramatics, don't they? They keep having these crazy final drives, and this drive was crazy. So it's a 3rd down and 11 situation at their own 1.5-yard line. Not looking great. Eagles are going to try zone coverage here. We'd see them try a lot of different stuff on this final drive. First, though, you see Bryce Young takes a snap, doesn't love what he sees, steps up, but the Eagles defenders are kind of aware that he could be rushing, so it's a difficult situation. And yet watch him step around, actually breaks a tackle in the end zone and keeps his head downfield and is able to hit a receiver right here who, again, it's zone coverage. Xavier Legette is the guy, play breaks down, play takes long enough time that he's eventually able to find a gap that he can sit in. He then, is able to finally get tackled, but able to pick up not just a 1st down, but some extra yards here, and they're able to move the ball a little bit, trying to take the lead. Again, down 6 with 2.5 minutes left. Later on, they got to this point, which is a 4th down and 7. Now the Eagles are saying, okay, well, zone didn't work in that situation. Let's try to play man coverage. Well, if you're going to do that, what are the Panthers going to do? They're going to put Adam Thielen in the slot and have him run a route going to the outside and hope he can win. Young takes the snap. He knows where he's going with this football. Watch him make this throw. There's a window. I mean, this is what Adam Thielen has kind of done all season, right? Watch as, well-thrown ball, Thielen makes the grab, and they're able to pick up that key 1st down conversion on 4th down. Very important play there. Then we got to go over here. This wasn't ideal. I think it's fair to say. It's a 4th down and 4. You have an opportunity at the 32-yard line, but if you look at the play clock, they got called for a delay of game. Not ideal. Now it's a 4th down and 9 situation, so you have to try and make something a little bit harder to convert right here. And the Eagles trying something different. Again, zone didn't work. Cover 1 man didn't work. Well, let's do cover 2 man. If you're throwing past the sticks, you're going to probably be throwing into double coverage, and of course, you're going to be throwing past the sticks, right? Watch as, you see Young, well, it goes from bad to worse. Multiple Philadelphia players are rushing in, trying to make a tackle on him. You're thinking at this point, this is over, but Young is mobile. Watch him get around both of those 2 players. He's going to look down the field, and as of right here, is Thielen open? There's a little bit of a window. I think it's the correct throw right here. I really do. You don't have that much more time. There's a little bit of a window. Thielen's made some tough catches. Give him another chance. Here, though, Darius Slay does what no one else has done this season and actually stops a clutch throw to Thielen, is able to make the play work, so give him some credit, but unfortunately not able to make the play work there. Still a very fun drive. And I want to go over here too, because I know the numbers aren't great, but for Young, they could have been a lot better if they just made a couple of plays. Like this one, Xavier Legette's running a route, trying to get into a gap in coverage. As you see, Bryce Young's going to take the snap. It looks like it's going to work on a 3rd down. Instead, ball gets knocked out. Big hit there, but still, that was an opportunity, and this was not the worst Xavier Legette not being able to make a tough play play. Of course, this one, which could have been the go-ahead touchdown in the final minute, the Eagles would have had a chance, they have some timeouts, they actually have older timeouts, and, would have had a little bit of time to try and get a field goal to take the lead. But still, really good throw from Bryce Young, had a chance to take the lead, weren't quite able to make it happen. But yeah, I mean, as a whole, again, if you're a Panthers fan, it's probably disappointing to lose, but it might be for the best. You get the better draft pick. Your team is looking better because Bryce Young is looking better. The whole hope you had going into the season was, can Bryce Young get it all together? And so far, he looks like he has it all together. So even if it wasn't a perfect day, it was still pretty good. That's what I think. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.